The weeks and months after Order 66 were a significantly telling period for the Jedi survivors of the purge carried out by the Sith. While hindsight's 20/20, many Jedi could look back to see the error in their actions, not just in failing to understand that a Sith had been hiding in plain sight for years, manipulating galactic events against them, but the failings in the fundamentals of Jedi doctrine and the Republic. For example, we recently looked at Yoda's conclusion in canon that the Jedi were plagued by their own hubris and blindness to the true machinations of the Sith, while Obi-Wan came to understand that the Republic itself was a sinking ship that brought the Jedi Order down with it, never worth defending or fighting for in the Clone War from the beginning. But it wasn't merely the Jedi now in hiding who were able to perceive the true circumstances that plagued the Jedi Order and which led to their downfall. In my opinion, one of the best realizations wasn't made by Yoda or Obi-Wan, but Darth Vader himself. In only a few short weeks following Order 66, Vader was able to point to the key failing of the Jedi, showing that he wasn't simply driven by hate and rage in his analysis of the Order, but able to logically deduce its shortcomings in a way that echoed powerful Sith that came before him, such as Darth Bane and Darth Plagueis. It wasn't merely that Vader realized the Jedi deserved to fall after Order 66. He understood the truths about the Jedi that no master within the Order had been able to deduce for a millennium. Again, hindsight is 20/20, but Vader's unique perspective and knowledge here can't be discounted. As seen in the novel Dark Lord: The Rise of Darth Vader, only a few weeks following the rise of the Empire, Vader was sent by his master Sidious to the former Jedi Temple, giving him the mission of obtaining holocrons, but truly trying to have his apprentice come to terms with the decisions he made, so his true training with the dark side could commence. Walking the halls of the temple, Vader remembered everything that occurred when he and the 501st carried out their annihilation of the Order. Finally, in having reached the main hall of the temple's vast library, Vader would replay the memories he had of his earliest thoughts as a Sith, when he would let go of his connection to the Jedi. Fueled by the rage he held through the understanding the Order would have never allowed Anakin to simply raise his child with Padme, even if he killed Sidious himself and single-handedly brought victory to the Republic in the war, Vader directed his hatred towards the former Jedi High Council. For Vader, it was a council of the lowest degree, with members so set in their ways to have been deceived by their own pride and hubris. In this regard, Vader concluded the Jedi Order not just deserved to be brought down, but needed to be, as he believed it mirrored the worst qualities of the Republic. It was self-serving, stagnant, and worst of all, corrupt. Having by then experienced even the faintest power of the dark side in his early days as Sidious's apprentice, Vader understood exactly why the Jedi prohibited the use of the dark side. This prohibition was driven by the Order's fear it would lose the power it gained over the millennia, granted a comfortable position as allies of the Republic. And for all the Order and High Council preached about the recklessness of attachment, lessons Anakin Skywalker knew all too well, the hypocritical council was driven by its attachment to this power and position. Even more, they were imprisoned by it, as the Order's attachment to the power it gained as defenders of the Republic was the leading cause of its stagnation and blindness. As Vader clearly understood, again, without the need for any revelations from Sidious, the pride of the Order and its fear of losing this power it attained meant that it deserved to fall, making it inevitable that it would be pulled down by the Sith. In fact, Vader wasn't willing to grant all of the credit to the Sith alone. The Jedi were co-conspirators in their own downfall, complicit in the growth of the dark side and the victory gained by Sidious. Attachment to power had destroyed all orders, even the various Sith orders of the past, and therefore, Vader knew that the Jedi Order had too earned its spot on the list of failed entities that grew stale through their attempt to control and hold on to power. For this reason, Vader realized the Jedi deserved to fall. Again, it's important to note that in addressing the topic of this video, it isn't merely that Vader looked negatively on the Jedi. For a Sith that was driven by nothing but revenge against the Jedi, Vader's realization the Order deserved to fall isn't too surprising. The important point is that Vader's understanding reflects a clarity that rivals the processes of Yoda and Obi-Wan. Vader understood the root causes of the Jedi Order's destruction. It wasn't as simple as the Sith being defined by power through the dark side and the Jedi by weakness through the light. In a very short time, Vader understood the fundamental elements of the Jedi Order's fall. It's not surprising, given that the novels Dark Lord and Darth Plagueis share the same author in James Luceno, but Vader's insight into this relationship between the Jedi and the Republic almost perfectly echoes Plagueis' thoughts decades before the rise of the Empire. Plagueis knew the revenge of the Sith would be driven by the Jedi error of carrying out the business of the Republic as if it were the edicts of the Force. In short, the Order had lost its position by simply becoming tools of the Republic. Vader would come to the same understanding. The Jedi were a failed order because they no longer truly cared about the Force. More important was their keeping the power they obtained by defending the Republic. And it was this attachment to the current state of affairs that weakened the Jedi, to the point where Vader had to realize one truth. The Jedi Order deserved to fall, and they were always destined to do so, regardless of the machinations of Darth Sidious alone. So there we have it, how Vader realized the Jedi deserved to fall after Order 66. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... for logical deductions.